Well, new tonight, thieves behind the telephone. A local sheriff says a phone scam is stealing thousands of dollars from people. And in the last few weeks, he says that they've received a couple dozen complaints. He even told me the scammers called him claiming he needed to pay up.
Do not talk to these people. Hang up on them. That's not the way that law enforcement conducts business.
Medina County Sheriff Randy Brown is telling anyone willing to listen, be aware.
I stood up in church and said, as an announcement, do not fall for this. Do not talk to these people.
Sheriff Brown says he recently got a phone call that was a scam.
Claiming that I had failed to show up for a federal grand jury summons.
He says the scammers are strategic, even using a name of one of the deputies that works for him.
I finally told him, well, I know this chief deputy. And he said, personally, I said, yeah, he works for me. And I said, in Google Randy Brown, Medina County, and you'll see that I'm the sheriff, and click, they hang up on you.
The hustler hung up on Medina County's top cop. However, the sheriff says there are plenty of scams out there. The most common one claims you need to pay money after there is a warrant out for your arrest, or if you failed to show up to a jury summons.
One of the victims that I know of actually was feeding cash into a Bitcoin.
That victim in the whole $8,000. In August, the sheriff says they saw a peak in people calling about this scam.
We do not call people and tell them that they have a warrant for anything. If you have a warrant, we will come to your house.
The sheriff with this advice on how you handle the scammers dialing for dollars.
It's a lie. They're going to steal your money. Hang up and do not have a conversation with them.
You know, the other problem, the sheriff says it is nearly impossible to track down these scammers. He says that they are using spoof apps to generate numbers which are not traceable.